My husband Xia Wuchen is a genius sword cultivator, but I am just a mortal. To catch up with him, I practiced hard, but he remained cold. You have no natural talent. Do not waste your effort. Later, he ascended to immortality, and I remarried. On the day of my grand wedding, he descended to the mortal world and placed a sword against my husband's neck. Do you really want to marry this trash? I blocked the sword, took my mortal husband's hand, and looked straight at Xia Wuchen. Yes, because he never dislikes me for being stupid. Just because of that? I nodded seriously. Just because of that. In the 5 years since I picked up Xia Wuchen, I thought every day about making him marry into my family. He practiced his sword, I farmed the land, he cultivated, I earned money, only hoping one day to move his heart. But Xia Wuchen did not like me. He only liked his junior sister, Shiryu. Junior sister Shiryu was smart and beautiful. A sword spell, Xia Wuchen only taught her once and she knew it. I practiced secretly over 10 times, but I only managed to throw the chicken feet a bit further. I was even caught by Xia Wuchen and Shiryu. Shiryu covered her mouth and laughed until she cried. Xia Wuchen hated stupid people the most. He frowned. Li Zhenju, you have no natural talent. Do not waste your effort. Senior brother, mortals have short lives. A lifetime is just a blink of an eye. Being a couple for one life is just empty words to immortals. It won't delay us from sealing the Taotai monster. Xia Wuchen's face looked very bad. He was afraid I would ask him to stay by my side for a whole lifetime. At this moment, his robes fluttered, noble and cold. He looked nothing like the pathetic man from 5 years ago who only had one breath left. Back then, I had to feed him rice porridge spoonful by spoonful. Immortal Xia could never be Li Zhenju's husband anymore. Then I would not pester him anymore. I thought for a moment and picked up De Huang, the dog. If you heal De Huang's illness, you won't owe me anything anymore. Xia Wuchen was stunned, but he quickly realized it was a fair deal. He raised his hand, and De Huang, who hadn't eaten for 3 days, rolled over and ran to eat the leftovers in the bowl. Senior brother, your past bond is broken. Let's go back and report. Xia Wuchen looked back at me once, his eyes complicated. The immortal left, and the clouds in the sky scattered instantly. Zhenju, you are so silly. An immortal's promise, yet you used it to save a dog. Aunt Zhao, do me a favor. What is it? Help me find a man. He should be good-looking and steady, and won't abandon his wife even if he becomes successful. How would I dare help you? That immortal Xia might strike me with a lightning bolt. I sighed, feeling a bit regretful about saving De Huang. If I had known, I would have asked Xia Wuchen to find me a man. Li Zhenju, do you want a man or not? He's free, something that doesn't cost money. How can it be good? He is a famous handsome husband from nearby villages. He can't carry much, but he's born to be a son-in-law. How can that be a good person? I opened the door and saw the man's face. The words I wanted to use to refuse were stuck in my throat. The man in front of me had the look of a gentle gentleman, like a scholar. When he looked up and saw me, his ears even turned red. His refined look made my eyes stare blankly. Shin Tongguang, no wife, no father, no mother, no debt, 25 years old, knows a few words. Li Zhenju, no father, no mother, no debt. The last man became an immortal and ran away. He definitely won't come back. I can raise pigs and farm. You stay home to clean, sew, and read. Let's live a good life, okay? Okay, aha, then it's settled. Aunt Zhao, here's the matchmaker fee. No need, no need. I was puzzled. Why did Aunt Zhao, who usually loved money, refuse it? She already ran away in a hurry. I looked at Shin Tongguang. His slim waist looked better and better. How was he not better than Xia Wuchen? I nodded with satisfaction. Shin Tongguang's stomach growled at the right time. His face turned red again. I'll go cook a bowl of dough drop soup for you and add 2 eggs. Shin Tongguang ate elegantly and beautifully. He ate so cleanly it seemed the bowl didn't even need washing. When he found me looking at him, he shyly wiped the corners of his mouth. This man even looked handsome while wiping his mouth. Not like Xia Wuchen and Shiryu. Xia Wuchen wanted to fast and always said the food I made had a bad smell. Shiryu was afraid of getting fat and was very picky, only eating some vegetables. At night, I was happy in my heart, lying in bed planning how to live the days ahead. It was so good that Shin Tongguang could read and write. I wouldn't have to draw pictures to keep accounts anymore. But what if he was unwilling to help me with the accounts? Xia Wuchen understood them but was unwilling to help me. 3 years ago, I sold 2 chickens. Coming back, I saw a beggar covered in sores lying there asking for food. I felt sorry for him and gave him half the money from the chickens. Xia Wuchen saw this and sneered. That is a liar. Look at the sores on his body. They are painted with dye. They'll wash off if it rains. Looking at the beggar's limping back, I let out a long breath of relief. That's good then. It's good he isn't sick. Otherwise it would hurt so much. Xia Wuchen was silent for a moment and mocked me. Stupid, fool, dummy, idiot, stupid. I was very used to him saying these things to me. Forget it, he's gone now. I won't argue with him. I was planning how to persuade Shin Tongguang next door to help me with the accounts. Suddenly, a gust of wind blew open the door. Damn heaven. A dark shadow slid in as quickly as a cat. Before I could turn around, a hot body suddenly pressed against my back, and a satisfied sigh reached my ear. So fragrant. Why is it so fragrant? Zhenju, Master Xia has ascended. Aren't you lonely? No, I have De Huang, and the chickens, ducks, and geese in the backyard. It's very lively. How about you? Are you cold? He leaned against the door, watching me pull his clothes tight for him. I was focused and did not see the giant beast shadow reflected on the wall by Shin Tongguang. It was trying to swallow me whole. Shin Tongguang tilted his head to look at me and smiled gently, thinking he came over all alone without even a change of clothes. Tomorrow I'll go to the market to sell eggs and get some cloth to make you 2 nice outfits. It's cold now, first we need winter clothes, and I need to get some red cloth for our wedding. Dressed in his clothes, Shen Tongguang became well behaved again. Shenju, I'm hungry. Just then, there was dough in the kitchen I prepared for dumplings. I kneaded the dough and started the stove. I mixed soft sugar into the dough. The yellowish dough was fried until golden on both sides. Shen Tongguang propped up his head and watched me without blinking. I wiped the sweat from my forehead. The kitchen is dirty, go wait outside. I'll stay with you. The candlelight reflected in Shen Tongguang's eyes. When he smelled the fragrance, his eyes flashed with dark light. Be careful, it's hot. The outside is burnt, not dirty. I was afraid he would be like Xia Wuchen. Seeing the burnt pancake in my hands, he would frown and say dirty. How could it be dirty? Shen Tongguang took a bite of the sugar filling, his eyes narrowing with a smile. I finally remembered what Shen Tongguang looked like. He looked like a scholar who was actually a fox. He ate and drank his fill, then lay down by my bed. I even suspected he would lick his non-existent fox tail in the next moment. Shenju, tell me about your story. Tell me about your story. My story? I don't have anything worth telling. My name is Li Zhenju. I don't remember things before I was 5. The year I was 5, Li family village had a plague. My parents died, leaving only me. But days of high fever burned my brain. Neighbors gave me food, and I grew to 6 or 7. Farmers are kind-hearted. Farm kids mature early. I picked up wood, gathered scraps, and even found 2 sick chickens. In the heavy rain of autumn when I was 7, I held those 2 sick chickens in my arms, waiting for someone to claim them. Sick chickens spread disease. Nobody wants them, you take them. Later, those 2 chickens got well. Chickens laid eggs, eggs hatched chickens. The heavens won't let a blind sparrow starve. You see, Zhenju is stupid, but she's good at raising animals. Other people's chickens don't lay eggs, but Li Zhenju's chickens lay double yolk eggs. Stop. When I was 12, I found De Huang being pelted with stones by children. Do you also have nobody? De Huang wagged his tail and whimpered. De Huang came, and I had my first family member. Then, when I was 14, I picked up Xia Wuchen. His clothes were old and he was unconscious, with a rusty long sword held tightly in his arms. I waited for a whole day and no one came to say it was unwanted. Village Headley told me, if no one says they don't want it, you can't take it, otherwise it's stealing. When the sun set, I looked around sneakily and stole Xia Wuchen home under the cover of night. I propped up my head and looked at him, looking left and right. I felt it was a waste. It was too wasteful, such a big man, and no one wanted him. I counted on my fingers. Before there were 3 people in my house, my dad, my mom, and me. Village Headley said 3 people make a home. Now I had De Huang and this living person. He'd be the dad, I'd be the mom, and De Huang would be Zhenju. Li Zhenju had a home again, but Xia Wuchen was too badly injured. I cooked rice porridge and chicken soup to feed him little by little. On the 3rd day, he opened his eyes. The first thing he did was grab his sword and pointed at me, looking around warily. Where is this? Who are you? Later I learned he was a sword cultivator from Lingchen Peak, falling to the mortal world because his ascension failed. No wonder there was thunder and rain recently. It was the cultivators of Lingchen Peak facing a tribulation. The injured Xia Wuchen stayed in my house, waiting to prove his way to heaven 5 years later. Zhenju, aren't you making your child husband work? I shook my head and wiped my sweat. He isn't a farmer, working would actually tire him out. A man eating and drinking for free is nothing, at least let him chop some wood. Only Zhenju is silly enough to treat a stone like a treasure. You didn't see him when he chops wood. He also reads and knows words. He's a scholar and helps me with accounts. Auntie, don't worry about it. It was my first time lying. Xia Wuchen would not help me chop wood, nor would he help me with accounts. He stayed here because he found Li family village had thick spiritual energy. Practicing here was twice as effective. I placed the egg custard in front of Xia Wuchen and looked at him pleasingly. If you haven't gone back in 5 years, can you live your life with me? He looked at me coldly. I will definitely return to the spirit array, then I will pay back everything I owe you. You don't owe me anything. If it's convenient, just help me keep accounts. I can't calculate well and always get cheated. Stupid. Why do they only cheat you and not others? Yes, why only cheat me and not others? I thought for a whole night but couldn't figure it out. Xia Wuchen didn't hate me. He just hated all stupid people and things. Because in the 3rd year, his junior sister Shiryu came to the door, and I realized Xia Wuchen could also smile. Seeing Shiryu affectionately grabbing Xia Wuchen's arm, I was actually not unhappy. I calculated that there were now 3 people in the room. As Village Headley said, it was a home. De Huang couldn't be Li Zhenju, so he had to keep being De Huang. When I told Xia Wuchen and Shiryu that I hoped the 3 of us could become a family and live happily in Li family village, Shiryu first widened her beautiful eyes, then laughed until she cried. Seeing your brother, this village girl wants to be husband and wife with you. Master said your love tribulation in the mortal world would be harder than others. I was worried for a long time. Other people's love tribulations are with princesses and noble ladies for 3 lifetimes. Why are you, the top sword cultivator? She is not my love tribulation. I didn't quite understand what a love tribulation was, but I could guess Shiryu was special to Xia Wuchen. Shiryu was beautiful and smart. When she went to the market with me out of curiosity, she just stood by the stall. The eggs that usually took a whole day to sell were sold out in one morning. Let alone cheating her, they didn't eat even bargain. Many snacks and scented bags were stuffed into Shiryu's pockets, making her giggle. When we went back, I carried the empty baskets, but my heart was very heavy. I felt Xiaowuchen was right again. Otherwise, why didn't they cheat Shiryu? Only me. Seeing your brother, staying like this isn't right. How about you become a fake couple to trick the heavens? Otherwise you still won't pass the lightning tribulation in 2 years. When you ascend, whatever gold or jewelry she wants, just give it to her. Xiaowuchen was unwilling but had no choice. Half a year later, I happily got some red cloth, made an outfit for Xiaowuchen, and a bridal veil for myself. After bowing to heaven and earth, Xiaowuchen and I were considered married. I thought after getting married, I should follow my husband. Xiaowuchen practiced sword, and I wanted to practice too, so I wouldn't drag him down. I learned from how Xiaowuchen taught Shiryu, concentrating my breath and spirit. Like a sword spell, I tried to scatter the rice, but my hand slipped and I dropped the chicken bowl. The bowl hit the ground and spun with a clatter. I ran to pick it up but tripped. I brushed the dust off my clothes and heard Shiryu's laugh again, and saw Xiaowuchen's dark face. Shinju is so pitiful, it doesn't even make me feel a bit jealous. Xiaowuchen glanced at me coldly. He didn't call me stupid as usual, but it made me feel embarrassed for no reason. You have no natural talent, do not waste your effort. But I hadn't given up on Xiaowuchen yet. I helped him sew a sword belt and made a tassel. He didn't want it, so I threw them all away. I begged him to go to the market with me to sell chickens. He had a sword, people wouldn't dare bully me if they saw him. Xiaowuchen refused. It was only when Shiryu said she smelled the monster Taotai at the market last time that Xiaowuchen accompanied me. He didn't want others to think we were related, so he stayed far away from me. Hey, Master Daoist, isn't that Li Jinju selling chickens over there from your family? I don't know her. On the way back, the moon was very round and big. I looked for topics to talk about. I said I earned 40 cents from selling chickens today, but I saw an old beggar with sores, so I gave him 20 cents. That is a liar. The colors on his body are painted. You were cheated again. How do you know? Xiaowuchen was a cultivator. He had a divine eye, but he was too lazy to explain to me. Never mind, it's good he isn't sick. Hearing me say this, Xiaowuchen was just stunned. Stupid. I had heard countless stupid, idiot, and dummy from Xiaowuchen, but none were as hurtful as this one. I stayed silent and walked slower. Xiaowuchen didn't notice I hadn't kept up, or perhaps he did and just wanted to leave me behind. By the time I walked to the village entrance while crying, it was very late. There was no one on the road. Only De Huang wagged his tail and ran toward me from the field path. From that day on, I understood. I didn't want Xiaowuchen anymore, no matter how good he was. But Shin Tongguang put his finger on my lips to stop me. Wrong. She failed her tribulation. She cheated heaven, and heaven cheated her. I talked until I was sleepy and rubbed my eyes, not looking into what failing the tribulation meant. While Shin Tongguang was at my house, it was like magic. Every day I woke up, the wood was chopped, the chickens and ducks were fed, and the house was cleaned until it sparkled. There wasn't even dust in the cracks of the floor bricks. Even De Huang had a bath and looked shiny. Shin Tongguang knew the people of Li Family Village had been kind to me. If he saw someone needed help, he would go and assist. Yo, this is a real man. Shinju is lucky. Shin Tongguang even had the energy to make an account book for me. He taught me how to read it. He taught me twice, but I still didn't quite understand. Does Shinju understand? I didn't understand, but I didn't want to be called stupid anymore. I understand. Shin Tongguang saw through my thoughts and patted my head. In the future when you sell things, I will keep accounts beside you. It's okay if you don't understand. I'll teach slowly. You learn slowly. During the day, he stopped that charming monster-like behavior and didn't look like a fox. He looked more like a proper teacher from a school. Don't tire yourself out. I can chop that wood, and feeding chickens is dirty work. I'm not tired, it's just a spell. Does Jinju have any other wishes? Want to go sell things together? Whoever bullies you, I'll eat them. I thought for a bit and shook my head. Actually, I wanted Shin Tongguang to go sell eggs with me, but I was afraid he'd find it embarrassing. Shin Tongguang was so good, I didn't want to make it hard for him. Then let's go to the market to buy cloth and make Shinju a new outfit. Shin Tongguang was very good looking. Young women on the road all stared at him. Which family's young master is this? Is he married? A person as good as him would eventually be noticed by those beautiful girls. Shin Tongguang took my hand. He's taken. He belongs to Li Jinju's family. I don't know why, but when Shin Tongguang said that, my heart felt full. Walking on the road, I even dared to lift my head. Shin Tongguang had a lot of money. He pulled me into the silk shop. The place was full of beautiful silks. I didn't even dare to look. Shin Tongguang, I can't afford this. He winked at me, telling me to be at ease. Your husband can afford it. Shin Tongguang paid 10 silver taels. He made 2 sets of Immortal-like red clothes, saying we'd wear them on our wedding day. This was my first time wearing silk. It felt as comfortable as cool water flowing over my body. Shin Tongguang pulled me through the market and bought lots of makeup and jewelry. I looked at myself in the mirror and realized I was already a 19-year-old woman. From noon until dark, Shin Tongguang also bought 2 jars of good wine. This wine is good. When we marry, we'll buy wine this good. This was also the first time in my life I drank wine. Shin Tongguang could eat a lot, but his alcohol tolerance was low, even worse than mine. Shinju, are you happy? Are you satisfied? Do you want anything else? I don't want anything else. This is already very good. Shin Tongguang's eyes were blurry from drink. He proudly lifted his chin. This is nothing. Even if you want wealth and titles, I can make it happen. I bit at my chopsticks. Although I didn't understand, I admired Shin Tongguang very much. My husband is so amazing. He leaned in, looking at me closely under the moonlight. Then give me your heart to eat, okay? Okay. I answered so quickly that Shin Tongguang became unhappy again. Silly Jinju, do you know what I mean? I know. Even though I am silly, I wasn't that clueless. Shin Tongguang was not human. He was a monster who ate human hearts to gain power. But so what? No one had ever been this good to me. He gave my face a light bite and sighed. So easy to cheat, it almost makes one feel sorry. Shin Tongguang and I were getting married, not secretly like with Xia Wuchen. Shin Tongguang's handwriting was beautiful. He sent invitations to everyone in the family village. Aunt Zhao, on the day Jinju marries, you must sit at the head table. Shin Tongguang was very skillful. He cut out double happiness symbols and even pasted one on De Huang's doghouse. Shin Tongguang also thought ahead. He was afraid the wine shop wouldn't be careful. He hired an ox cart with me to bring the wine back. The autumn weather was comfortably cool. The cart moved slowly, but we weren't in a hurry. Shin Tongguang picked a small yellow flower and pinned it by my ear. The wine jars clinking on the cart were like a song. Shin Tongguang bit a piece of grass, propping his head to look at the birds in the sky. Jinju, I suddenly feel so happy. It seems being immortal is not bad. On the wedding day, everyone who came was Li Jinju's benefactor. De Huang barked happily. Jinju has a home now. Her parents can rest in peace. On such a happy day, let's not talk about those things. Such a handsome husband. Jinju has a fool's luck. Auntie Lu looked at Shin Tongguang and couldn't stop smiling. Shin Tongguang gave my hand a light squeeze under his sleeve. When we were bowing to heaven and earth, before we could stand up, a sword strike smashed the wedding table. I turned around and saw the fluttering robes of Xia Wuchen. The guests all ran for their lives. Seeing me in my wedding dress, Xia Wuchen actually looked stunned for a moment. Li Jinju, do you really want to marry a monster? He is lying to you. His kindness is a trick. Xia Wuchen took out a treasure from Lingchen Peak. When that golden pouch appeared before Shin Tongguang, he couldn't even keep half of his face in human form. Shin Tongguang sat miserably among the mess. Half his face was human, the other half was a beast. His gentle face was no longer a warm husband, but a distorted creature, a clear outsider. Just like the monsters the storytellers talk about. He is the disaster-causing monster Tao Tai. 3 years ago he was hurt by my master's sword. To recover his power, he wants to eat human hearts. So what? I didn't react the way he expected, and Xia Wuchen was stunned. My tears finally couldn't be held back and kept falling. That Xia Wuchen, who disliked and looked down on me, actually reached out to wipe my tears. You idiot, he wants to eat your heart. He is being good to you to harm you. I fiercely wiped my tears with my sleeve and stood in front of Xia Wuchen. He is my husband. If you want to kill him, kill me first. Jinju, don't be stubborn. Don't be fooled by appearances. Don't you want a husband? As long as you kill him, Master will allow me to stay in the mortal world with you for one lifetime. I don't want you. I ignored Xia Wuchen and took my handkerchief to wipe the blood off Shin Tongguang's forehead. Shin Tongguang struggled to lift his human hand to wipe a tear from my face. Jinju, don't cry. It doesn't hurt. To make me feel safe, Shin Tongguang used his last bit of magic to turn into a human. He won't be able to use monster magic anymore. He's half a cripple. Do you still want to marry this waste? Xia Wuchen was right. Shin Tongguang had no magic now. The mess couldn't be fixed with a snap of fingers. I ignored Xia Wuchen and just knelt down to slowly pick up the broken porcelain pieces. Shin Tongguang stood up and started cleaning with me. Even without magic, I still have this much strength. De Huang crouched at Shin Tongguang's feet, looking at Xia Wuchen warily. Jinju, do you crave the illusions he created? Those silks and fine wines are just magic to trick hearts. Now that he has no magic, he is just a useless person. How funny. Xia Wuchen, you always look down on me. You thought I was just a vain mortal, craving your immortal looks, wanting to use your power. Xia Wuchen, you knew I was stupid and dumb, so I have no immortal talent, just a protective mortal heart. Mortals don't know the great justice of immortals. We only know a husband and wife protect each other. Xia Wuchen, if you want to kill him, kill me first. Immortals can kill monsters, but they cannot kill mortals. I protected Shin Tongguang, and Xia Wuchen couldn't find a chance to strike. Shin Tongguang, who couldn't use magic, was just an ordinary person now. We had to wake up very early to clean the chicken coop, then walk far to the market to sell things for a living. Sunlight rises and sets. An ordinary person's life repeats like this. Even without magic, Shin Tongguang knew how to read and keep accounts. When there were no customers, he taught me patiently. Yo, I heard Jinju got married. I looked up and saw Zhang Maji, who cheated me out of egg money before. I warily protected my purse and Shin Tongguang. Don't be nervous. Are these eggs for sale? His aura was not weak at all. Not selling too. Let's settle an account. Doing business with me is a fair deal. You're a fool. You can't remember and then blame me for cheating. My wife is kind and won't argue with a rascal like you. If you don't know math, I also know a bit of fighting. The facts proved that Zhang Maji knew more about fighting. Shin Tongguang lost the fight, and I lost a basket of eggs as compensation. On the way back, it was already late. When I recover my magic, I'll pull out his heart and lungs and eat them. Shin Tongguang limped while saying harsh words, but felt very embarrassed. Sorry, Jinju, I wanted to stand up for you. I thought I could beat him. I don't know why, but I only felt bad for the beating Shin Tongguang took. I didn't care about the eggs at all. Turns out as long as someone is with you, losing eggs and being a fool isn't that sad. I've lived to be 100 years old, even if that's young for a Taotai. I've never lost a fight. He was lying. I remember he lost to Xiao Wuchen's master and Xiao Wuchen. Shenju, even though I got beaten, I feel being immortal isn't bad. Look at Zhang Maji. What if he won? He has no wife to protect him. He's so pitiful. De Huang was waiting for us far away at the village entrance. Ouch, ouch, ouch. De Huang, stop biting. For some reason, we looked at each other and couldn't stop laughing. At this moment, Taotai or immortals were just things in legends. We were just a pair of ordinary husband and wife supporting each other in this world. The next morning, someone was at the gate. It was Xiao Wuchen, carrying a basket of eggs. Your eggs, I got them back for you. Thanks, but I don't need them anymore. Weren't you very concerned about it? So he always knew. He knew I cared about being cheated of the egg money. I think he probably just said one word to Zhang Maji, and the other person respectfully gave back the eggs. The things I begged for but couldn't get were so easy for him. Xiao Wuchen, no matter what you do, I won't hand Shen Tongguang over to you. But he is lying to you. I'm not trying to trade for Shen Tongguang. I am. Shen Tongguang is one thing, but you are my love tribulation. I realized the love of a pure heart from you. I want to return this love to you. We should be husband and wife for a lifetime, chopping wood, feeding chickens, going to the market with you. I can do everything he does, even better, don't you think? He realized his feelings too late. So what? In those 5 years, I didn't resent his coldness or that he looked down on me. I did save him, and I did chase him for 5 years. Xiao Wuchen, I don't want to be a fool. I also wanted to be as pretty and smart as you. That day you asked me why they only cheated me and not others? I figured it out. In this world, there are immortals and mortals. If someone is smart, someone has to be a fool. Shen Tongguang is good to me, so I'm willing to be a fool. I'm willing to be cheated by him. He finally realized he owed me an apology. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said those things about you back then. It's okay, you saved De Huang. You don't owe me anything anymore. I don't want to hate him. That would be too tiring. A winter passed, and it was the beautiful spring with peach blossoms all over the village. A school opened in the village. Shen Tongguang really became a teacher. Xiao Wuchen also stayed in Li Family Village and opened a free clinic to give medicine to people. Sure, you came a few times to try to persuade him to leave, but failed. I need to stay here to ask my heart, to find my way, and to give up my pride and rudeness. I now understand why Master wanted me to come here. When the green apricots were on the branches, Shen Tongguang and I held our wedding again. The guests looked at Xiao Wuchen nearby with lingering fear. He wore simple clothes and shoes. At first glance, he didn't look like a cultivator. There were many guests, even Zhang Maji came. He put down 2 chickens and was too embarrassed to sit. There are seats. A guest is a guest. Uncle Zhang, please come in and sit. There was also an old beggar with sores who put down 20 cents as a wedding gift. I thought carefully. He looked familiar, but I couldn't remember this old man. However, Xiao Wuchen was stunned. Shoo! The old man just brushed his sleeves and floated away. After a day of greeting guests, the night finally became quiet. After the long day, De Huang's tail was tired from wagging. He lay quietly in his bed and slept. The candlelight in the room was warm. Only Shen Tongguang and I were left. Shen Tongguang wore red clothes. He didn't look like a serious teacher. He looked like a soul-stealing monster again. The red clothes made his eyes shine with light. I couldn't look away. Shen Tongguang, have you ever done anything bad? I was very afraid he had done something against heaven and would be struck by lightning. I have never done anything bad. A Taotai who kills and does bad things will be punished by heaven. But the smart Taotai tribe learned to trade wishes for human hearts. 3 years ago, I finally reached 100 years old and could go to the mortal world to eat hearts. I didn't expect to be hit by Xiao Wuchen's master sword as soon as I left. That old man wouldn't let me eat hearts. He said I was stupid. He said even if I turned into a human, I was still an ignorant beast and wouldn't reach enlightenment in 10,000 years. I am so smart, so I wasn't convinced and had to ask him. He said when I meet a sincere heart that is willing to be eaten but I don't want to eat it, then I will understand. Shen Tongguang thought for a moment and hugged me tighter with a bit of fear. Luckily, I didn't eat people, otherwise I wouldn't get to eat the sweet pancakes Shinji makes. I thought about it. Back then Shen Tongguang was already 100 years old. He could live for thousands of years. If he's so fond of eating, what would he do in those thousands of years if no one made him pancakes? Then when I grow old and die, what will you do? I've already thought about it. I will wait. Wait for you to become a little old lady in 100 years. When you die, I will eat your heart. Then I will be the most powerful divine beast, the Taotai king who can call the wind and rain. The Taotai king can go anywhere he wants. No one can stop him, and no one can hurt him. I looked at the proud Shen Tongguang with admiration. Then what will you do after becoming the Taotai king? The Taotai king will wait by the bridge of helplessness. He will wait in the mortal world. No one will dare drive him away. Then who is Master Shen waiting for? He is the gentleman of Li Zhenju's family. Of course he is waiting for Li Zhenju.